Cashtoken is 6. Wow, 6 years. 6 years of transforming lives and businesses. 6 years of proof that the socially smart business model works. 6 years. What do you think?
It's been an exciting one. Recalling where we started from our research, from breaking down what the cash tokens will be and how it will impact the society. I am so happy to be a part of this journey.
I think the most interesting thing for me has been the economic, transformation capability of the cash token in the lives of Nigerians. There is nothing that is as impactful or much more transformational when a customer, at the cost of just living their lives, exposed to the possibilities of any life-changing cash. So for me, that experience has been the most significant and most memorable for me.
That is $1 million question. Cashtoken journey. Well, Cashtoken is a story of people with people with great conviction, people that believe so much in their products. Of course, there's no startup in this world without their own downtime, story, stage where you think, oh, the business is not going to be successful. In fact, we've had instances where I think, I can't remember the person said, I don't think this company is going to last the next 3 months. It was that bad at that time. But we stayed because just like the vision of our CEO, he was able to project that on Sunny for us. So we believe, I can't say we have the same kind of belief the owner of the business believes in the business, but there was great conviction from the CEO, and same thing is projected to win the pioneer staff. So we have the belief that this journey is going to be smooth at the end of the day. But so far so good. I don't want to say the word. We are balling, I put it that way. The company is growing. We have new staff, and everything is going on well. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Our journey has not been devoid of its up and downs, the normal drama, but the journey so far has been particularly fantastic. It's such a big deal to see an idea come to life right in your presence, right? So it's been a great journey so far, and kudos to the entire team, both old and new, that's brought us this far.
And a big shout out to the CEO also.
The last 6 years, and as Africa's first cash reward as a service company, that makes us a reward tech company. We have been able to impact at least about 200 businesses, and we have seen the kind of impact that is unprecedented, where every time a business has started to use cash token rewards to reward their customers, they're able to not just optimize their customer loyalty investment, but build emotional equity with their customers. We understand very much that a business is able to get great value while directly impacting the lives of those who patronize these businesses. And that has been a hallmark of what we have been able to achieve in the last 6 years.
In the last 6 years, Cashtoken has grown, and this is very visible in our numbers. We have more partners, more staff, more winners, and many more achievements. Looking back, it brings me great joy to see how far we've come. From a small company of 3 to a big company with a staff strength of over 100.
Quite a number of individuals have been around Cashtoken and have actually left. And with Cashtoken, actually, nobody really leaves Cashtoken, right? That's like a family code. So long as you have been with Cashtoken, you're always with Cashtoken. Even though if you leave the company, you can always come around, you can always reach out to your fellow staffs and all, right? So I think the most memorable of them will be Emmanuel Tope, right? So he was like my direct team lead when I initially joined Cashtoken, and he made sure I had all that I would need to actually grow and become adapted to the organization and my team in general. So I really appreciate that I was able to meet such an individual at an early stage in my career, and I really appreciate that he gave me the time of day.
I can remember Damilola Ajasa, Isaac Olowokere, Eniola Debola, Emilola Joshua, Mr. Sam, Ene James, Ibrahim, and recently even Dapo, very fantastic colleagues, great relationship, good to work with, and they are doing well. They are still part of the family, My chief used to say that once you are a member of the Cashtoken family, you're always a member of the Cashtoken family. So the synergy is great, the relationship is great, and I hope it continues to be like that.
And I also want to add something that for everyone that has left Cashtoken, for every staff, we still have a contact with everyone today. So it's not like it's the relationship is much more than just being a colleague. We check up on each other, we invite each other for parties. So if you are with Cashtoken, if you're a family, even when you leave Cashtoken, you are still a family.
But I miss Damilola Ajasa so much. Yes, because we started together in a small office in Lekki Phase 1 with, of course, Mr. Lai inclusive. So it's been amazing with him. He's so funny, and I miss very intelligent. I miss every of his gestures. And if you look at the breakdown of Cashtoken, he worked on the model and everything. So he's a very fantastic guy. And anyway you are, Dami, just know that I miss you, for real.
I am very excited and grateful for the growth.
Working at Cashtoken has really been that's really been a wonderful experience, right? So this is like I would say this is like the first company I've actually worked with, right? So even though I can't really compare it with other companies, I can actually speak for the experience I've had so far. And I'll speak about it in regards to my manager, right? He has been able to give me all what I need to excel in terms of opportunities, in terms of allowing me make certain decisions, despite I'm just learning on the job. But he has actually allowed me to be able to make certain decisions, and he has actually guided me towards making some of those decisions. And those decisions actually turned out to be well, and have actually impacted the business, right? And then for the business entirely itself too, I can actually say that I've actually had good teammates, right? Both within my department and outside of the department, because I've been able to work with certain individuals outside of my department also. And then the energy is always there. Everybody is always willing to give you the best they can. They're always willing to put their best foot forward, right, towards everything that we're doing. So it has really been a great experience. It's like a family, and I definitely would really look at continuing to work with Cashtoken in the long term, knowing very well that the experience to come is even going to be greater. All right. So back to you. How do you think the experience has been so far?
So for me, Cashtoken has really impacted me in a whole lot of ways. First, I'm going to say that prior before I joined Cashtoken, I'd worked in a bank, and I'd worked in a microfinance bank, 2 banks and a microfinance bank. But the exposure that I got from Cashtoken cannot be measured to, of course, what I got in working with this other organization, these other banks. Cashtoken is a place that is not rigid. So some places where you go to work, you are focused at a particular thing. Well, for Cashtoken will try you with different things, understand? And because that's very deliberate.
Definitely.
Because Cashtoken is trying to let you become exposed. With the training that I've gotten in Cashtoken, I don't think there is any other place that I'm going to go to that I'm not going to stand out. That's not a mincing word. I'm just being honest. Because in terms of my presentation skills, everything. Because me, for myself, of course, I'm in business development.
person, and then Cashtoken has trained me in a way that wherever I go, I cannot stand in the crowd and be shaky, because Cashtoken gives you the opportunity for you to come out, in the crowd, do some kind of presentation, do some kind of things, and it doesn't matter if you're able to call member. Cashtoken gives you that opportunity. So Cashtoken gave me a whole lot of opportunity to stand out in my career path as a business development executive. It's really an interesting one, because here working in Cashtoken, I also got to meet some friends. Your line manager will also push you, the kind of like, they don't micromanage you. They allow you to do some stuff, and then at the end of the day, you will come back with it, and then you keep getting better. So Cashtoken has really pushed me very well, and I'm very excited about it personally for my career. I'm very, very excited about it.
I am indebted to Cashtoken. Before I joined this company, I really don't know how to do a lot of documentation, proposals, letter writing, and everything to clients. I don't know how to do it. And I'm perhaps to say, but today, I don't want to use, permit me to say please, permit me to say I'm in finance at the moment. So I can, even when I'm sleeping, I can do a lot of proposal, documentation, presentation, strategy, and all what I know. I'll study it. I am elected to Cashtoken, so they have impacted me positively. And one thing is, you don't know how positively you are impacted by the work you do in Cashtoken until when you start engaging your other colleagues in other companies, or when they are trying to push you, and they could see that you have a lot to give, but you keep telling them that, of course, they can't leave Cashtoken. Even though I'm not a shareholder, I have an ownership mentality. So it is a lot. Kudos to Cashtoken, and kudos to my CEO, After Network Chief Laila Bodin also.
So I've received a tremendous amount of impact just by working at Cashtoken. The opportunity to be able to work on real life problems that impact the lives of millions of Nigerians is huge, right? And getting those problems solved, and seeing the smiles on faces of Nigerians that come in and win millions every week, so gratifying, right? So outside that, the quality of work is also very top notch, right? So you being able to learn from many industry experts, this being a very novel niche in the country, as one of the first reward tech company in Nigeria. So it's a huge opportunity, and I'm grateful for that.
For me, it's the exposure that it brings. I can say I have met about 2-3 African presidents through Cashtoken. I have dined with kings. I have traveled to so many countries through Cashtoken, going for training. I remember the first time I resumed work, the following month or the third month, I went for a Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, where I had to understand how the technology works and how we can also bring it to what we do. So it actually really gives me that exposure. Traveling to Kenya to be able to pitch the national rewards there as well, meeting with the president, going to Ghana, seeing the president as well in Ghana, going to Cote d'Ivoire, going to Ghana, now also going to the UK, we're entering the UK market. So for me, it's the exposure and also the fact that, Mr. Lai, who is our MD, has also trusted me so much to handle a lot of stuff. So it's an amazing thing for me, and the fact that I'm able to take all this step, and also with the brain box himself being behind me, also pushing me and letting me know that I can actually do it. And there's some things that I've also done that I really didn't see myself doing. So the exposure of the work actually, matters. And also we're going to South Africa again. I've never been to South Africa before, but I mean, Cashtoken is also taking me there. So it's a good one for me.
Well, it's been an interesting journey in terms of, learning a lot of things. Things like, new product development. It is not everybody that in their lifetime are opportune to work with a project from conceptualization, to birth, to the birth, and then of course growth of that product, right? So I happen to be one of the privileged few that have encountered, encountered such experience where I was involved from, the thinking to the birth and to the growth and ultimate maturity, of the product. So yes, it's that for me.
I am looking forward to the future because I know this is just the beginning for us. The goal is to take cash rewards and the transforming power of the cash token globally. And our first step is the national rewards. First in Africa, starting in Nigeria with the Nigeria National Patronage Cash Rewards.
Once again, this is quite an exciting one to speak about. Several years ago, while we had been licensed by the National Lottery Regulatory Commission, as much as we are not a lottery company, because our reward has an element of draw, the national consumer draw, the NLRC had been studying our model, and we came together and thought that it was important for a country to establish a national program. And that led to the establishment of Africa's first national reward program, meaning that we established the Nigeria National Patronage Cash Reward, which will enable every Nigerian to get rewarded for their patronages. Now, a number of objectives were actually set for this engagement. One of it was, how do we help grow the Nigerian economy? Two, how do we ensure that we can establish the platform that can allow us to do what is called wealth redistribution in a sustainable way? Three, how do we create new jobs? How do we expand the tax net so that we can reduce the burden on many Nigerians who are paying taxes today? And of course, how do we generate data that government can use to make even better policies? And we thought it was important for the country to establish a policy around national reward. Graciously, the Honorable Minister for Finance had worked very closely with his team and approved the establishment of the Nigerian National Patronage Reward as an allowable expense, meaning that the federal government of Nigeria will offer a great incentive to businesses to be able to grow, that every time a business offers a national reward to their customers, they can take the cost out of their taxes. Now, that is unprecedented. Two, it also made all businesses an agent of the federal government of Nigeria, meaning that when a particular person patronizes a business, the business actually offers a national reward on behalf of the government, saying thank you for keeping the Nigerian economy going. Now, these things are the things that basically help to ensure wealth redistribution. Of course, as of today, we have the Federal Ministry of Finance, our project owner for the National Patronage Cash Reward. We have the NLRC as a regulator of the component that has to do with the national draws. And of course, we have FRS that will take charge of things that has to do with the allowable expense to ensure that it is not abused, and so also to ensure that the objectives as set by the federal government of Nigeria are actually met. Our role essentially as subject matter experts is to be a technical partner, providing the platform, providing the expertise, providing the knowledge that allows Nigeria to achieve this unprecedented program. And we're very proud of Mr. President. We have also received a notification from the President through NLRC of the President's desire to launch the national rewards the earliest possible time. And it's such a great time for Nigerians. It's a great time for Nigerian businesses. It's a great time for the Nigerian people. And we're quite excited that apart from all of the new revenues that may also come to government, the focus is wealth redistribution for Nigeria, for Nigerians. The focus is how to spread prosperity and take Nigerians out of poverty. We think that Africa has quite a bit to learn from what Nigeria has been able to do.
Yes, we have come a long way. This is just the beginning. And in the next 6 years, we will be 10 times better than we currently are.
We know that many startups die off very early, in a few years after they are actually born, but we're quite excited to be here 6 years after and waxing stronger. We're very grateful to our board of directors who have stood very much behind us. We're very excited and grateful to our partners who have continued to give us business. We're also very grateful to the customers of our partners who have continued to enjoy and express their love for Cashtoken Rewards Africa. But we're even more excited to be playing a role that allows us to showcase the prowess of our business in partnership with the federal government, providing the platform, providing the knowledge, providing the IP that enables the country to establish Africa's first national reward. It is quite a feat, and it's a role that we're looking forward to delivering in a very patriotic way. It's been a long journey getting to this point, but as a private sector company, having the opportunity to participate in a project that impacts the lives of Africa's most populous nation, we think is quite a privilege. And at 6 years, we can only thank God, and I also encourage other young businesses that are coming up with resilience, with consistency. There's a lot that can actually happen, and there's a lot of hope for Nigeria.
Happy birthday to us. Cheers to many more years of transforming lives and businesses.